Good afternoon, everybody. Nandini, can we start?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You are.
Okay. Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. Request Professor Chhokar to kindly start the proceedings. Thank you.
Thank you, General Verma. Let me begin by welcoming everyone who is currently on this video call, and we have about 20 plus journalists who are online, which is very nice. We appreciate that. And this press conference is meant for sharing information about candidates contesting the elections in 5 states. As you all know, these states are Assam, Kerala, Puducherry, Tamil Nadu, and West Bengal. In West Bengal, the election happens in, I think, 7 phases or 8 phases. We have, in this report, we have included data up to phase 3, because subsequent data is yet to come in, and therefore we have not been able to do that. If you include all these candidates, so there were 6,792 candidates total, out of which we have analyzed affidavits of 6,318, because the affidavits of 474 candidates were not clear as they are uploaded on the Election Commission site. So this data pertains to 6,318 candidates. Now, first thing first that we always do, how many of these candidates have declared criminal cases to be pending against them? The number out of 6,318 is 1,157, and this is 18%. And then there are 632 candidates who have declared serious criminal charges. So we have 18% and 10%. I must add that this is in a way encouraging, because we are used to numbers like 25%, 30%, and as if you had seen the earlier video, the percentage of members of Lok Sabha with criminal cases pending against them is 43%. So this is pretty good, but I would like to reiterate that this is pretty good only in comparison. What we really need is, we do not need any person with any criminal cases present or past against him or her to be in our state assembly. So this is good, but we need to go further. If we look at the state-wise situation today, we find that Kerala is the best at 38%. Then we have West Bengal till phase 3 at 25%, Puducherry at 17%, Assam 15%, and Tamil Nadu 13%. So this is the state-wise comparison, and we also have a comparison party-wise. These are parties in different states. Some are particular to only one state, and some are across states. So the dubious first in this category is DMK. They have 75% of their candidates have declared that they have criminal cases pending against them, and 29% have serious criminal cases against them. Now, DMK is followed by CPIM, who have 61% candidates who have declared criminal cases against them. Then comes Indian National Congress at 51%. Immediately after the Congress is BJP at 51%. Then PMK, Patali Makal Kachi at 43%. Then CPI at 40%. Then All India Trinamool Congress at 27%. So this is the, I don't know whether to call it the role of honor or the role of dishonor, but this is the ranking for people. If we look at the total number of candidates put up by each party and how many are, so how many have criminal cases in this, BJP has put up 319 candidates, and out of which candidates with serious criminal record for BJP are serious 108. So the again party-wise figure across states, the order of, I suppose, dishonor is BJP 108, Congress 82, DMK 55, CPIM 39, and Trinamool Congress at 23. So these are the top 5 parties in terms of candidates who have the highest number of criminal cases. Then we come to the financial issue. Now, in this, one of the things we have been tracking for several years now is the percentage of candidates who are crororepatis, who have wealth more than 1 crore. Let me also clarify here that several times we have been told by several people that in these days, where prices are very high and so on, 1 crore is not a big sum of money. And if anybody has a flat in a big city, then 1 crore is crossed. We agree with that. We have no problem. But we also need to look at the average wealth of an Indian. And that figure is very different. So we cannot use this, urban kind of, I hate to say that, urban middle to upper class population as our population. We have to look at the country as a whole, and therefore 1 crore, I personally think is a not a small figure by any standard. Now, in Assam, there are the highest number of crororepatis, which is at 28%. In Kerala, there are 27%, which is not too far. Puducherry, 23%. Tamil Nadu, 18%. And West Bengal, still phase 3, 14%. So, it is sort of gives us how is the wealth distribution amongst the candidates across states. Now, if we look at the same thing across parties, then we have interesting figures. DMK, 86% of the candidates of DMK are crororepatis. It is immediately followed by its sister organization AIDMK with 85%. This is followed by All India NR Congress, which is at 81%. Then there is AGP, Assam Gan Parishad, at 76%. Then the Indian National Congress, 62%. PMK, 61%. BJP, 44%. And so on. So you can see that on page 17 of our report. So it tells you which parties are cash rich or which are not. Although I'm not sure these reflect the status of the parties, because there is other data which sort of shows that some of these parties who are lower down here has much more collection of money, etc. Then we come to how rich are the candidates on average. Look at the state-wise assets of candidates, of all candidates put together, then it is very interesting. Puducherry, the average wealth of the candidate is Puducherry, where is Puducherry? Is 2.4. What is this? 2.4 crores. Then Assam 2.1, Tamil Nadu 1.72, Kerala 1.69, and West Bengal till phase 3, dismal 0.71. I added decimal just as my own comment. Then we come to income tax details. Now, this is also interesting that out of 6,318 candidates, 646, which is 10%, have not filed their income tax returns, the details of their income tax returns. And here, if we go party state-wise, Assam, only 1% of candidates have not filed their ITRs. Kerala, 16% have not filed the details of their ITR. Puducherry, 8%, Tamil Nadu, 12%, and West Bengal, 6%. So this figure is also not alarming as it has been in the past. Now, for those who are interested, we have data on educational attainment of people. Let's see, 49% of the candidates are between class 5 to class 12 pass. 49%, 43% are graduates, 90 are just literate, and 120 are illiterate. So this does not put a very, very positive picture, but at the same time, we are not in favor of putting an educational qualification as a qualifier for becoming candidate for state assembly or election or even panchayat, although some states have done that. But I think we don't approve of it for two reasons. Number one, we have not, as a nation or as a state or as a society, we have not been able to provide equal opportunity to every child to get a reasonably good education. And until we do that, I personally am of the opinion that there should be no minimum qualification, etc. So, but this figure you can see for yourself. Then we come to the gender-based analysis, and in this case, only 10% of the candidates are women, which is far short of the 50% or 33% that we talk about. But it is better than 7% or 6% that also we have seen. So therefore, it is a kind of a mixed bag. And I will stop here because I think this is for the 5 states and there are 2 or 3 other states to be presented. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Chhokar. Now, good afternoon, everyone, once again. And I also take this opportunity of welcoming the ADR and National Election Watch state partners, whom you can see on the frame. On the topmost frame is Dr. Ujjaini. She is the state coordinator of West Bengal Election Watch. In the middle is Mr. Joseph Victor Raj. He is the state coordinator of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. And at the bottom is Mr. Arif. He is our state coordinator of Assam. What Professor Chhokar presented to you was a consolidated report on Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, West Bengal, and Assam. Uh, Tamil Nadu and Kerala reports are being released today. As you are aware, Puducherry, Assam, and West Bengal, whatever phases have been held, those reports have already been released and they are available on the ADR website and MyNeta. All the details are there. So now here afterwards, what we will do, firstly, I will release the Kerala report, and after me, I'll request Victor Ji to release the Tamil Nadu report. Now, these reports will be uploaded on our website, and they will be available on MyNeta and the ADR website as soon as or I would say about half an hour after the PC is over, because the uploading takes a little bit of time. So those who wish to see the details, kindly go to our websites after about half an hour or 1 hour or so. After this sequence, in the end, we will have a question and answer session. Those of the journalists who wish to ask certain questions pertaining to the reports only, kindly stick to the subject. We do not wish to discuss the concepts and the theories and the political issues. Just stick to the reports. If you have any questions or doubts, kindly put them in the chat box and they will be displayed on the screen. And thereafter, we will request the state partners or amongst us, whoever can answer those questions, we will take them on. Subsequently, after the PC is over, in case some of you still have doubts or questions, you can kindly contact our state partners directly for the concerned state, wherever you have the doubt. Okay, so now I'll quickly start with the Kerala report. We have analyzed 928 candidates out of 957 candidates whose affidavits were available for 140 constituencies. There are total 29 political parties which are contesting the Kerala elections, out of which there are 364 candidates from the national parties, 52 candidates from the state parties, 201 candidates from the registered unrecognized parties, and 311 independent candidates. Coming to the criminal background, out of the 928 candidates, 38% candidates have declared criminal cases against them. In the last assembly of Kerala, that is 2016, this figure was 28%. So you can see a jump of 10% in the candidates with criminal cases. Candidates with serious criminal cases, 18% candidates have declared serious criminal cases. In the last assembly, it was 12%. So you can see a jump of 6% in the people with criminal cases. I want to just highlight two people here, two candidates. You can see the details in our report, which is rather sad and discouraging for our system. Both happen to be BJP candidates. One is K. Surendran. This gentleman is contesting from two constituencies, namely Konni and Manjeshwar. He has declared 248 criminal cases against himself. And these include attempt to murder, maintenance of harmony, dacoity, committing culpable homicide, robbery, criminal intimidation, etc. There is another candidate, Dr. K.S. Radhakrishnan, again from BJP, from the Tirupunithura constituency. He has declared 211 criminal cases against themselves. And again, they are the same variety: attempt to murder, dacoity, committing culpable homicide, robbery, criminal intimidation, etc. And the third gentleman is also from BJP, Radhakrishnan, from Manalur constituencies. He has declared 176 criminal cases against himself, again of the same variety. So this is a pretty shocking state. I will later on also come to the reasons which the political parties have given for selecting such candidates. Okay, so comparative analysis, I have already briefed you, so I'm not going to repeat that. Party-wise candidates with criminal cases. 89% from Congress with criminal cases. 71% from BJP with criminal cases. 68% from CPI-M with criminal cases. 68% from IUML with criminal cases. 44% from CPI. 33% from Kerala Congress M. And 11% from BSP have declared criminal cases against themselves. So, serious criminal cases, party-wise, 54% from Congress, INC, 36% from BJP, 26% from CPI-M, 24% from IUML, 9% from CPI, and 8% from BSP have declared serious criminal cases against themselves. 16 candidates have declared crime against women, and out of them, one has also declared case of rape against himself. 6 candidates have declared cases related to murder. 16 candidates have declared cases of attempt to murder. In Kerala, there are 140 constituencies, that is almost 54% constituencies are what we call red alert constituencies. This means that there are more than 3 candidates with criminal cases who are contesting from this these things. So the point which I want to highlight here, as far as the criminality part goes in our election system in the country, that the Supreme Court judgment of last year, wherein they had said that the political parties should give reasons for people with criminal cases, it's not really working. Because if you see, in overall 38% candidates have got criminal cases, and all the major parties which are contesting in the Kerala elections have given tickets ranging from 11% to 89% candidates with criminal cases. This is not good for our democracy at all. So, while we are on this, since I mentioned the Supreme Court judgment, I want to give you a little bit of details about this. Their political parties are supposed to publish the reasons in 2 formats which have been laid down by the Election Commission of India, C2 and C7. These are supposed to be uploaded on the website with the reasons. They are also supposed to publish these either in the newspaper and also on the TV. Now, there are a number of political parties who do not have a website also, because there are small parties. But to give you a thing in the nutshell, when we looked for Kerala, out of the 29 parties which contested, 23 parties' details are available on their websites, out of which 12 have got websites available. The others' websites are not available. And those who have websites, out of them, 4 are not functional. Out of these 23 parties that we analyzed, only 3 parties, Janata Dal Secular, INC Congress, and BJP, have published the C7 format, which is mandatory as per the Supreme Court judgment. And so you can go on their links, these 3 parties that I have told you, and you can see the reasons that they have given. Now, I mentioned the criminality part, the 2-3 people who are topping the chart as far as criminality goes. I want to just highlight the reasons which have been given by the political parties. In case of Mr. K. Surendran, who is contesting from 2 constituencies from BJP, in his C7, the reason given by the political party is that cases are due to political vendetta. He's a good social activist. He's got a good reputation. He works tirelessly for the society and he enjoys support of the local electorate. Now, if these are reasons good enough for the electorate and for the people to decide to elect somebody who's got 250 criminal cases against himself, then we can imagine what the future of our democracy is. Similarly, the other gentleman, Mr. Radhakrishnan from BJP, the reason given for giving a ticket to this gentleman is given by the political party is offenses are not grave and are political in nature. He's a good social activist. So if we, the political parties, in this case BJP, feels that murder and attempt to murder and dacoity and kidnapping, etc., are not grave, then I leave it to the electorate to decide. Okay, so much about the criminality part. Now let me quickly tell you about the financial background. We do the comparative analysis. Out of the 928 candidates, 27% are crorpatis, whereas in the last or the sitting assembly they were in the last elections 18% candidates were crorpatis. So there is an increase of 9% crorpatis as we see. Party wise in Kerala, 84% from IUML, 83% from Kerala Congress M, 56% from Indian National Congress, 44% from CPIM, 32% from BJP, and 30% from CPI have declared assets more than 1 crore or they are crorepati. So percentage wise, if you see, it is 84% for IUML, 83% for Kerala Congress M, 56% for Indian National Congress, 44% from CPIM, 32% for BJP, and 30% from CPI. Average assets per candidate is rupees 1.69 crores, whereas last time it was 1.28 crores. Average assets for the major parties: BJP 2.17 crores, Congress 3.01 crores, CPIM 1.53 crores, IUML 3.49 crores, and CPI 88 lakhs. And lastly, Kerala Congress M, average assets of candidates rupees 2.97 crores. Highest assets, top 3 candidates: Mr. Shreyas Kumar from Wayanad, Kalapetta constituency, Loktantrik Janata Dal, total assets 87 crores. Number 2, Mr. Chenkal Rajashekharan Nair, Trivandrum, Neathinkara constituency from BJP, 64 crores. And thirdly, Mr. PV Anwar from Mallapuram, Nilambur constituency, he is an independent, 64 crores. Then there are some zero asset candidates and low asset candidates also. I won't go into that. And then there are candidates with high liabilities. Number 1 is Shibu Thenkupuram from Kottamangalam constituency. He's from Kerala Congress. He's got total assets of 51 crores and liabilities of 26 crores. Number 2 is Mr. Mustafa from Perianthal Manna constituency. He's independent. He's got 20 crores liabilities and has total assets of 37 crores. Some of the people, top 3, who have declared highest income in their income tax returns. First is Mr. Suresh Gopi from BJP, Thrissur district. He is declared 3 crores. Mr. Shreyas Kumar, Loktantrik Janata Dal from Wayanad, 2 crores. And third is Shibu Thekupuram from Kerala Congress, declared 71 lakhs. Now coming to the educational details. As you all are aware, in India, Kerala has been for a number of years the top literacy-wise state. But it is surprising to see that the candidates who contest for elections in our country, and even in a state like Kerala, 55% candidates educational status is between 5th to 12th class. There are 4 illiterates and there are 15 who are just literate. Just literate means he can just read or write. So 500 and so 533 candidates, 533 candidates out of 928 which we have analyzed are below 12th class. So I am not saying that's a handicap, but it has an effect on the functioning and the efficiency of a person. Age wise, it is generally the same. 24% candidates are between 24 to 40 years, 57 candidates are between 41 to 60 years, and 19% are between 61 to 80 years. Gender details. Now, again, I want to highlight one thing. Though Kerala is a matriarchal society, however, the politics in Kerala is patriarchal. How is that? Because even in their first assembly elections in 1957, there were 5.3% candidates who were MLAs who were female. In the current assembly, there are only 6.4% MLAs who are ladies. So the problem is that somehow the women in Kerala are not encouraged to join politics, which I feel is something which they need to do. And I think with this, I'll end the Kerala state report. I have covered the major aspects. Now I'll request Mr. Victor. He has just released the Tamil Nadu report from Puducherry in a conference, press conference at 11 o'clock. But now it will be just the highlights he can mention for the national media. Thank you all. And Mr. Victor, please, over to you.
Okay, good afternoon, friends. So, Tamil Nadu Election Watch, along with the AD, has analyzed 3,559 out of 3,998 candidates from 234 constituencies who are contesting in the Tamil Nadu State Assembly elections. And out of 3,559 candidates analyzed, 202 are from national parties, 489 are from state parties, 1,001 are from registered unrecognized parties, and 1,867 candidates are contesting independently. Actually, there are 439 candidates who have not been analyzed as their affidavits were badly scanned or incomplete affidavits were available on the Election Commission of India's website at the time of making this report. The criminal background. Out of 3,559 candidates analyzed, 466, 13% candidates have declared criminal cases against themselves. Candidates with serious criminal cases, 207 candidates, that is 6%, have declared serious criminal cases against themselves. Party-wise candidates with criminal cases, among the major parties, 136 out of 178 candidates of DMK, that is 76%, 46 out of 191 candidates from ADMK, that is 24%, 18 out of 60 candidates from DMDK, that is 30%, and 15 out of 20 candidates analyzed from BJP, that is 75%, 15 out of 21 candidates analyzed from Indian National Congress, is 71%, 10 out of 23 candidates from PMK, that is 44%, 3 out of 5 candidates analyzed from CPM, that is 60%, and 2 out of 4 candidates analyzed, that is 50%, and 1 out of 5 candidates analyzed from Nationalist Congress Party, that is 20%, have declared criminal cases against themselves in their affidavits. Party-wise candidates with serious criminal cases, among the major parties, 178 candidates from DMK, that is 28%, 18 out of 191 candidates analyzed from AIADMK, that is 9%, 8 out of 60 candidates analyzed from DMDK, that is 13%, and 8 out of 20 candidates analyzed from BJP, that is 40%, 6 out of 21 candidates analyzed from Indian National Congress, that is 29%, and 3 out of 23 candidates analyzed from PMK, that is 22%, have declared serious criminal cases against themselves in their affidavits. Candidates with declared cases related to crime against women. 8 candidates have declared cases related to crime against women. Out of 8 candidates, 1 candidate has declared cases related to rape, IPC section 376. Candidate with declared cases related to murder. 7 candidates have declared cases related to murder, section 302, and candidates with declared cases related to attempt to murder. 39 candidates have declared cases to attempt to murder, IPC section 307, against themselves. Red alert constituencies. 74 out of 234 constituencies, that is 32% constituencies, are red alert constituencies. Red alert constituencies are those where 3 or more contesting candidates have declared criminal cases against themselves. Crorepati candidates. Out of 3,559 candidates analyzed, 652, that is 18%, are Crorepatis. Party-wise Crorepati candidates. Among the major parties, 19 out of 21 candidates analyzed from Indian National Congress, that is 91% candidates, and 155 out of 178 analyzed from DMK, that is 87%. 164 out of 191 analyzed from AIADMK, that is 86%, and 15 out of 20 candidates analyzed from BJP, that is 75%. 14 out of 23 candidates analyzed from PMK, that is 61%. 19 out of 60 candidates analyzed from DMDK, that is 32%, and 1 out of 4 candidates from CPI have declared assets valued more than 1 crore. Average assets. The average assets per candidate analyzed in Tamil Nadu Assembly elections 2021 is 1.72 crore. Party-wise average. Among the major parties, the average assets per candidate for 21 Indian National Congress candidates analyzed is rupees 15.64 crores. 178 DMK candidates analyzed is 10.61 crores. And the average asset for 191 ADMK candidate is 9.91 crores. And the average asset for 20 BJP candidates is 8.78 crores. And the average asset of PMK 23 candidates is 3.52 crores. And the average asset of 60 DMDK candidates is 3.08 crores. And the average asset of 4 CPI candidates is 1.03 crore. And the average asset of 5 CPIM candidates is rupees 21.91 lakhs. High asset candidates. The details of top 3 candidates with the highest declared assets contesting in the Tamil Nadu Assembly election are given below. E. Subbaiah from Tirunelveli is a candidate with the highest assets, 246 crores plus. M.K. Mohan from Chennai Anna Nagar, belonging to DMK, is second with 211 crores. And Mahendran from Coimbatore, Singanallur, is a candidate with 61 crores plus. 0 asset candidates. There are 23 candidates who have declared 0 assets. Low asset candidates. Angusami from Virudhunagar has only asset to the tune of 300 rupees. And Sudalaimuthu Perumal from independent candidate from Thoothukudi is only 500 rupees plus. Uppusamy from Sivagasi, Anithu Makkal Puratchi Katchi, also has total asset 500 rupees. With high liabilities. 67, 44% candidates have declared liabilities in their affidavits. The details of top 3 candidates liabilities are AM Munirathinam from Ranipet with 22 lakhs, 50 crores plus, and Ashokan from Virudhunagar with 31 crores plus, and Gnanasekhar from Tirupattur with 27 crore plus liabilities. Undeclared PAN, total of 430 candidates. 12% of the candidates have not declared their PAN details. Other background details. Education, 1,731 candidates, that is 49% candidates have declared their education qualification to be between 5th standard to 12th standard, while 1,443, that is 41% candidates have declared having an education qualification of graduation and above. 193 candidates are diploma holders, 106 candidates are illiterate, and 61 candidates are just literates. 25 candidates have not given their education qualification. Age details of the candidates. Candidates declare their age to be between 25 to 40. That is 1,451 candidates have declared between 25 to 40 years, that is 41%. 1,756 candidates, that is 49% candidates have declared their age between 41 to 60 years. There are only 8 candidates who have declared their age to be between 61 to 80 years. And 3 candidates are more than 80 years old. There is also one independent candidate below 25 years. That is one Mr. Raghubadi from Vikramandi, who is aged 24 years. And gender analysis, 380 candidates, 11% are the female candidates who are contesting in the Tamil Nadu Assembly elections. Thank you very much.
Dr. Ujjaini ji, kindly cover the West Bengal thing in a brief manner. Thank you.
Thank you, Anil ji. Well, I think Professor Jagdeep Chhokar ji already mentioned about West Bengal scenario in a brief, but let me once again put the highlights here. So far, ADR national election watch and West Bengal election watch have released reports for 3 phases. As we all know, that West Bengal poll will happen in 8 phases. One poll already happened on 27th. Today is an election date. Another second phase of election is happening, and the next one is 6th of April. So for these 3 dates, ADR and National Election Watch and West Bengal Election Watch together have released reports. So if we look at the picture together of all these 3 phases, then we see in the very first phase there were like 191 total candidates analyzed. In phase 2, 171 candidates analyzed, and in phase 3, 205 candidates analyzed, their affidavits analyzed. And in terms of candidates with criminal cases, in phase 1, we see 48 candidates have criminal cases against them, that is 25%, followed by in phase 2, 43 candidates, that is 25%, with criminal cases against them. And in phase 3, the number has increased. Of course, the total candidates have also increased. So among 205 candidates, 53 candidates, that is 26% candidates, have criminal cases against them. And so so far total, so if we take phase 1, 2, 3 together, then 567 candidates analyzed, and 144 candidates have criminal cases against them. They self-declared criminal cases against them. That is 25.4% approximately. And among these 144, 121 candidates have criminal cases of serious nature against them. That is around 22%, 122 actually. So around 22%. And phase-wise, if you look at the candidates with serious criminal cases, in phase 1, 42%, 42 candidates. In phase 2, 36 candidates. And in phase 3, 43 candidates declared serious criminal cases against them. So that is a brief background of the candidates with criminal cases and serious nature of criminal cases. If we look at the nature of the cases, then in phase 1, we see 8 candidates have declared charges of murder against them, 302. In phase 2, 1 candidate has declared case 302 running against that particular candidate. And in phase 3, 3 candidates have declared criminal cases like murder against them. Crime against women. In phase 1, 12 candidates announced crime against women. They have this kind of cases against them. In phase 2, that number is 11, and in phase 3, that number is 9. In phase 1, red alert constituency in Bengal, out of 30, 7 red alert constituency, that is around 30%. In phase 2, red alert constituency number is 6, that is 20%. And in phase 3, red alert constituencies number is 8, that is 26%. So as Anil Verma already mentioned, that it is quite evident that the political parties are not really adhering to the Supreme Court guidelines or the judgment that tainted candidates should not be filed. So in phase 1, we see that among all major parties, 33 to 56% of the candidates who are fighting in the election, they're tainted candidates. They have criminal cases against them. In phase 2, that percentage becomes 22 to 57%, and in phase 3, that becomes 22 to so around kind of similar, 26% to 53% sort of candidates running with criminal cases. The tainted, so-called tainted candidates, they are there in the election. So that is basically a general brief about the candidates with tainted backgrounds, tainted candidates. Coming to very closely, I will only talk about Korpati candidates now. And so if we look at the picture, phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3, then we see that altogether we have 68 Korpati candidates contesting elections. And of course, we can also give you a party-wise picture if time allows that. But in phase-wise, if you look at the Korpati candidates, you will see in phase 1, there are 19 candidates. In phase 2, there are 26 Korpati candidates, and in phase 3, there are 33 Korpati candidates. If we took all these 3 phases together, and if you want to see party-wise Korpati candidates, Trinamool Congress, Congress has filed 90 candidates, and out of 90 candidates, 37 candidates are Korpatis. BJP also filed, BJP candidates are 90 in number, and 22 out of 90 are Korpatis. INC, National Congress, 22 candidates are fighting election in all these 3 phases, and 5 out of them, they are Korpatis. CPIM filed 46 candidates, and 3 out of them are Korpatis. Then we have SUCIC in West Bengal, 74 candidates are fighting in all these 90 seats, and 1 out of 74 are Korpatis, and then BSP also 1, insignificant. So these are number of Korpatis in all these 3 phases, and I have also give you a party-wise picture. And if I just slightly go back to the picture of the tainted candidates and give you a party-wise picture of the tainted candidates. So again, it's a combined picture of phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. AITC, 90 candidates, and out of these 90 candidates, 29 candidates have criminal cases against them, and 23 out of 29 serious criminal cases against them. BJP, 90 candidates, 48 with criminal cases against them, and 43 out of 48 with serious criminal cases against them. Indian National Congress, 7 candidates with criminal cases and 3 with serious nature of criminal cases. CPIM, 46 candidates are contesting. Out of 46, 25 have criminal cases against them, and 20 out of these 25 have serious criminal cases against them. And SUCIC, 74 candidates are contesting, and 8 with criminal cases and 6 with serious criminal cases. And then there are other independent candidates, very small in number, so not going into that. Finally, just trying to highlight, as I have mentioned about this crorepati candidates, let me very quickly mention that who are the top asset candidates in combine in all these three phases, if we take phase 1, 2 and 3 together. So in first place we see Samshul Huda from 24 Parganas South. Constituency is Mograhat Poshchim. He is an independent candidate. His total asset is 43 crore plus, and he has declared his PAN, and he is contesting in phase 3. Now, in the second place, we see Srimati Bharati Ghosh. She is contesting from Paschim Mednipur, Debra constituency. She is a BJP candidate, and her total asset is 19 crore plus, and she has also declared PAN details, and she is contesting in phase 2. Today she is contesting in phase 2 election. And in third place we see Ombujaksha Mahanti. He is from Purba Medinipur, contesting from Patashpur constituency. He is a BJP candidate, and he has a total asset of 10 crore plus, and he fought in phase 1, and he has also declared his PAN detail. Undeclared PAN in this connection, let me just quickly mention. If we take phase 1, 2 and 3 together, then total undeclared PAN number is 34, which is 5.99%. Now, very quickly mentioning top income, candidates with highest income in all these three phases, taking phase 1, 2 and 3 together. In first place, we see Dipankar Jana from BJP, Jagdeep constituency, district 24 Parganas South, with an asset of 14 crore plus, and with an self income of 1 crore plus and a family income of 2 crore plus. His occupation is business. In second place, we have Debabrata Mondal, an independent candidate of Bashanti SC constituency of 24 Parganas South. Occupation is business. Asset is 56 lakh plus, and income is 1 crore plus, and this 1 crore plus is his own income. And in third place, we see Ardhendu Maiti, Trinamool candidate from Bhagavanpur, constituency of Purba Medinipur district. Asset is 28 lakh plus, and total income that he has declared is basically 1 crore plus, and that is his own income. And business and advocacy. That's what he has mentioned in his affidavit as his basically his source of income. And very quickly, liabilities in phase 1, 73 candidates have declared high liabilities. In phase 2, 56 candidates have declared high liabilities, and in phase 3, 65 candidates have declared high liabilities. So and in phase 1, if we look at the number of women candidates, we have total out of 191, 21 women candidates, that is 11% women candidates contesting in phase 1. In phase 2, out of 171 candidates, 19, that is 11% women candidates are contesting, and in phase 3, out of 205, 13, that is 6% women candidates are contesting. So this is a brief summary of everything. I am not presenting the educational background and other thing. I will stop here. If there are specific questions, I will take that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Ujjaini and Mr. Victor. I'll now request Arif ji to just cover a brief summary of the Assam candidates report which has been released. So, over to you, Mr. Arif.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Am I audible?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello. Am I audible?
We can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. In Assam, the election is taking place in 3 phases. The first phase, it is over for 47 constituencies, and it has taken place in the Upper Assam, basically what is Eastern Assam. Now today, and the second phase election is going on for 39 constituencies, which is in the Central Assam, And on next 6th April, the third phase election will take place, and all the information for all the candidates of 126 constituencies are already released, and it is there in the website, so anyone can visit it. I'll just give a little summary of all these three phases of the election. And a total 126 constituencies election will be held in Assam. And out of 126 constituencies, we have analyzed 941 candidates. 7 candidates we couldn't analyze because there are bad scan of the affidavits. Out of this 941 candidates, we found that 138 candidates has criminal cases, and 109 have excuse me, 109 candidates have serious criminal cases against them, and 40 persons are found that criminal cases against women. And there are 8 candidates who have cases for murder, and 11 candidates are there who have cases filed against them for the attempt to murder. These are the serious situations here. And I would just like to mention that in 2006, when the election took place in Assam, assembly election, there was only 7% criminal record holders in 2006, and 2016 it has jumped to double and become 14% criminal case holders. And if it goes like that, then maybe in 30 years all the candidates that we have in the assembly of 126 MLAs, all will be criminal record holders, if this progression is being taken place for the criminal record holders. It is very, very dangerous, and people need to think about it. And again, the percentage of people who is contesting with criminal record is 14.67% in Assam. And whom are they representing? That's always a question, because 14.67% of the citizens of Assam is not criminal record holders. So this is something that people need to think of, and it's very, very serious. Secondly, if we see the assets details of the candidates, in the first phase we have analyzed 259 candidates. In the second phase we have analyzed 345 candidates. And in phase, we have analyzed 337 candidates. And out of the first phase, 259, we found 101 candidates are crorepati's. And the average assets for the first phase of election took place in Assam was 1.8584 crores. In the second phase, where the election is going on today, 345 candidates we have analyzed, and out of 345, 73 candidates are crorepati's, and their average assets are 2.19 crores. In the third phase, the election that will be taking place on 6th of April, the 337 candidates are contesting on that election, and out of them 90 are crorepati's, and the percentage or the average assets that they have is 2.20 crores. So the total overall, if we see that 941 candidates we have analyzed of in 126 constituencies of Assam, and out of them 164 are crorepati's, and the average assets of all together is 2.08. So it's a huge question that whether there is a level playing ground created in the state for contesting elections. So 2.08 in a state where 36% people lives in the below poverty line. If we raise the wealth for requirement for a candidate up to 2.08 crores, whether we will be really cutting down a huge volume of the people of Assam from the democracy or the democratic process. If there is no democracy, if there is no social acceptance for these people, then people will get into the anti-social acceptances and anti-social activities. So they need to have that opportunities to contest in the election, to rule the country, to make decisions for the country, or otherwise the people will make decisions in some other platforms which is not acceptable. So it's a very, very serious call that the society need to take and cast vote for those people who are clean, who have no criminal cases. And there is that attempt, because the highest criminal case holders of the state of Assam is Mr. Okhil, has more than 52 cases. So in this, and there is a sense that he is a social activist, and that's why his cases are not serious or not very serious. And there is an attempt to disintegrate the good criminal cases and the bad criminal cases, and this is a very, very dangerous precedence. If we try to disintegrate or categorize good criminal cases and the bad criminal cases, that will be very dangerous. So attempt to murder and dacoity kind of cases are there against him. So it is people will have to take the call that there is no good criminal or the bad. The criminal records are the criminal records. So this has come into a process of our legal system. And the last point that I would like to make here is the Article 321 of the CRPC, which is where the public prosecutor can waive the criminal records of various offenders, has played a major role in the state of Assam. There are many criminal record holders where investigation is on, and who were earlier some insurgents who killed many people in the state, and they have come into the public fray and are contesting in the elections and joining the ruling party, so that the wrong benefit of the Article 321 can be taken and their cases are removed, and it is happening here. This is a dangerous call that the entire country will have to look into and ensure that the criminal justice system is always clean and healthy for the state. Thank you very much. If there is any question, I'll be happy to answer that.
Okay, thank you, Arif bhai. So here we come to the conclusion of the presentation of the reports, and we can move to the question answer session. Are there any questions from the media persons who are viewing the show? Please go back. Yeah. Okay. All right. So would any of the state partners like to respond to this question? Yeah, Dr. Ujjaini, kindly.
Sir, just want to mention one thing, not really responding. I mean, I won't name the candidate, but one candidate of BJP in his rally very recently used this religion thing in the campaign. In the he's contesting, I think, in the next phases, and he's reported to the Election Commission, and Election Commission has also issued a notice against him. So I believe Election Commission is also keeping an watch, and it's probably not that easy to observe when and during the campaign and the rallies candidates are using this kind of religious promises or making comments which are religious in nature, but in some cases these are being reported and the election commissions are taking action. Election Commission is taking action.
Okay, thank you, Jenny ji.
Can I add something?
Have you seen this last question, sir, which was?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so kindly.
I just want to add, I appreciate what Dr. Ujjaini has said, and that is very nice. But over time, and particularly we also saw this in the 2019 Lok Sabha election, the use of religion or religious innuendo has been gradually increasing. And the Election Commission it does take action at times, but at times it doesn't take action, which is very strange because there doesn't seem to be any consistency. For example, this morning I have read in the newspapers, I don't know how far is it true, that a leading politician and so on of a leading party has said something like this, that we want to make the country Atmanirbhar, whereas the other party wants to make it Maulana Nirbhar. Now, personally to me, this is not acceptable. But we shall see what happens. So the Election Commission has to become much more proactive on these things. If we keep letting these things go, then they're under the creep phenomenon. They get worse and worse, and we start sort of accepting what is totally unacceptable. Thank you.
Okay. Can we have the next question? Okay. Would you like to answer this also, Professor Chhokar, or should I?
You should please do.
Okay. So basically, this is from Mr. Sudhakaran. I would like to tell you that with every election, whether it is a state assembly election or it is the general election, there has been a jump of 3 to 5% in the number of candidates with criminal cases. My personal belief is that all the parties are following a thumb rule of giving tickets to at least, there may be more, but at least 1/3 of the candidates with criminal cases and who have the money power also. So this is not a good sign for the democracy. And over the years, this has been steadily increasing. You can see our reports on this issue. And if now you come to the winners, so what happens is when the candidates are ranging from 25 to 30%, then the people who win the elections, when you see their statistics, it is much higher. We have in certain states even now MLAs with who comprise about 50 to 60 to 65% MLAs with criminal cases are there. So this is steadily increasing, and this can only reduce with the participation of the voters, and when they understand that by electing people with money power and muscle power, it is harming them in the long run because of the policies that are made, because of the poor governance which results in it, because of the huge amount of money which is spent by the politicians and the political parties. It is when they get elected, then it is retrieval time for them, and that is how their assets and everything goes on increasing. So civil society by itself or the election commission by itself cannot make improvement in this sphere. It has to be done by the society, by the voters themselves. And it can only happen when they stop voting on the basis of caste, religion, creed, or regionalism. Hope that answers the question.
Can I add something, Verma?
Yes, sir, please.
I completely agree with what General Verma has said, 100%. But there is one more possibility which we have been trying for many years, but it has not happened, which is that if persons who have criminal cases pending against them, where there are 3 or 4 conditions, where one, the punishment is 2 years or more of imprisonment. Condition 2, the case must have been filed 6 months before the date of the election. And condition number 3, that the court should have, that charges must have been framed. Now, framing the charges is the 4th stage in the criminal jurisprudence system. And if a judicial mind has been applied and charges have been framed, so there has been a proposal for the last maybe 15 years that such people should be barred from contesting elections. Now there are, there are multiple arguments against it that this is everybody presumed innocent till proved guilty, etc. But it has been explained repeatedly that contesting an election is not a fundamental right, and this is not a denial of anything. It is a question of people who want to become public representatives and take decisions and exercise power on behalf of people. I mean, in any other country in the world, this is simply unthinkable. But 3 times our Honorable Supreme Court has shied away from doing so. They keep saying that the Parliament who should do that. But we have known that for the last 20 years, the Parliament has not done it. So we need to, I usually say that there are 3 groups in society who can do something. One is the judiciary, one is the media, and I would urge all the press folks who are listening, and the third is civil society. These 3 groups will have to work in conjunction to force political parties not to put up criminal candidates. And the expression force is very important because this the Supreme Court has used in the Nota case, and they have said that if more and more people use Nota, the political parties will be forced to put up better candidates. And I keep on stressing that the Supreme Court does not use words without thinking. So they did not say that will motivate political parties or that will encourage political parties. They said it will be forced. So political parties have to be forced by whatever these 3 groups can do. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Chhokar. I would like to address 2 questions which are there in the chat box. One is from Mr. Ashutosh Mishra. कि चुनावों में आपराधिक प्रवृत्ति के प्रत्याशी होने के साथ अत्यधिक धन बल प्रयोग से समाज द्वारा मतदान का व्यवहार परिवर्तित हो जाता है, स्वस्थ लोकतंत्र के लिए खतरनाक है। चुनाव आयोग ऐसे प्रत्याशियों पर प्रतिबंध क्यों नहीं लगाता? प्रत्याशियों के लिए उच्च मानदंड निर्धारित होने चाहिए. Now this question has been answered by Professor Chhokar. What I would like to add is, in addition to what he has said, that as I mentioned earlier, this last judgment of the Supreme Court, I would like to urge the media persons to do research on the political parties' websites pertaining to these elections which are going on currently, and just see the type of responses which the political parties have given in relation to the Supreme Court's judgment, in which they have said that they should give reasons for choosing these candidates. They are quite, I would say, unconvincing and not at all justified reasons. As a matter of fact, some parties, I will not name it, for all their candidates, they do cut and paste. The same reason has been pasted on the website, that they are very popular, they are doing social work, so that justifies all the criminal cases which are there against them. So I would urge you people to kindly do research and publish these details as far as possible. The next question, though not related to our reports, is on electoral bonds. Does it not violate our constitutional right? Is it for the voters' informed choice? Would you like to speak on it, Professor Chhokar?
First of all, I want to make a comment on the earlier question. उसमें जो था कि अपराधी मामलों वाले व्यक्तियों के ऊपर खास होने चाहिए कानून, वो सही है, होने चाहिए, लेकिन वो हो नहीं रहा है. और ये जो जनरल वर्मा ने बताया कि पॉलिटिकल पार्टियों को बताना होता है कि उन्होंने ऐसे उम्मीदवार क्यों चुने और उसका वजह क्या है. सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जजमेंट में ये भी लिखा है कि ये वजह नहीं हो सकती, कि जैसे ये जिताऊ उम्मीदवार है और ये बड़ा पॉपुलर है, ये स्पेसिफिकली सुप्रीम कोर्ट की जजमेंट में मना किया गया है, लेकिन फिर भी लोग. Coming back to the electoral bonds, electoral bonds is a Mr. Deepak Madheshiya. The electoral bonds have become a saga. They were announced in February 2017. on the 2nd of February 2017, and the critique started from the 3rd of February. And I have personally been involved in a lot of this. Now, there seems to be unanimous opinion of those who have spoken. There are many who have not spoken, therefore we don't know what their opinion is. But their silence perhaps indicates something. But anybody and everybody who has either spoken or written about it has said that this is wrong. So, and in the last order that the Honorable Supreme Court gave just about 4 or 5 days ago, I mean, it is mind-boggling how such orders can be given. And the previous order of April 12, 2019 was equally infirm. And this one, the current latest order says adequate safeguards have been provided in the other order. I mean, it defies imagination. I feel very bad that I am saying these things, but electoral bonds have made politics and electioneering in the country so lopsided that any ruling party, whether it is in the center or in the states, whether it is party A, party B, the ruling party has the wherewithal to absolutely stop the funding to all other opposition parties. The dangerous situation that if you have a party in power which can, and it, I mean, in my view, it has in the last 2-3 years, stop the flow of funds to all opposition parties, then it becomes a very, very difficult situation. So electoral bonds, and they are unconstitutionally passed. They are passed as a money bill, which they are not. So we have actually questioned their constitutionality. So if, as and when the Supreme Court agrees to hear it, we will see what happens. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Chhokar. There's one more question while they are putting it up. From Nandini Puri, she has asked, has any political party fielded transgender candidates in the elections? As far as the all the affidavits which we have analyzed, we have not come across any transgender candidates so far.
But I have read somewhere that one transgender has been elected to some place. I am sorry, I don't recall the details, but I have read this.
Okay, maybe there's then that has not been analyzed. Okay. The next question is, has the education qualifications of candidates improved compared to the last election years? Yes. Okay. So I would say it has not improved. Generally, what we have been seeing in all our reports, roughly 50% of the candidates are in the 5th to 12th class bracket, roughly 50%. Roughly 25 to 30% are graduates. And the rest are postgraduates and diploma holders and that like. So as I had mentioned that even the most literate state of our country, Kerala, is also following the same model, which is surprising. But there is no improvement as per our assessment. Thank you.
And it is not surprising because there was a report from Kerala of one political leader saying that the problem in Kerala for our party is that there is 100% literacy and these people read and they think. So therefore, we have a problem. So if this is the philosophy people are following in Kerala, then 100% literacy is all right. But whether the political parties will choose those people who are literate and educated and who can think, that choice a political party will have to make. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any more questions, Nandini? Otherwise, we will. Okay, Mr. Victor wants to say something.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah, there is a one transgender candidate in Kerala. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Ujjaini ji, yes, please.
Just one small thing in context of the discussion of decriminalization and transparency. I think ADR, it is time and again ADR has said this, and it is probably not out of place to mention that we do appeal time and again that all political parties should comply with right to information. And so far, we have not seen any political parties showing any interest to come under right to information. And that is quite important when we are discussing decriminalization, transparency, electoral bond, etc. That's just one small point to add. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Arif ji, anything? I think he's anything from your side, Arif ji? Muted. Okay, thank you. Professor Chhokar is, I think, again gone off net. So,
I'm here, sir.
acha, okay. You're not visible. So, we'll
No,
take this.
I did go off for a moment and then I rejoined.
Okay. So,
Uh,
shall we keep this as the last question? Because we are already 1.5 hours now. Candidature of general election in India is gradually captured by rajas of money, power, or muscle power. We, the common people, do become silent spectators as praja, as per the trends. Again, when will we see real democracy? Ananta Devadarshi. I think, Professor Chhokar, you might like to sum up.
well, we will see real democracy when we as citizens start thinking of ourselves as responsible for what is happening in the country. We have this tendency to blame, everybody else other than ourselves, including ये तो सिस्टम ही खराब है, कहाँ से आया है, कैसे बना है, उस सबकी जिम्मेवारी हमारे पास है. Or unless till we recognize and accept that responsibility, then just criticizing and cribbing is not what is going to solve the problem. I can only mention that the gentleman Alesh Gandhi, who used to be information commissioner, in his email signature, he has written, मेरा देश महान नहीं है, लेकिन ये मेरी जिम्मेवारी है. So we as citizens have to see. I mean, we have to make ourselves aware of what is happening, how are candidates being selected or chosen by political parties, which candidate am I voting for and why. So everyone has to be politically aware and alive and involved. That's all I would say in this question, but I do want to add a little to what Dr. Ujjaini said about the political parties coming under right to information. Ujjaini ji, not only we keep asking or requesting political parties, there is an order of the Central Information Commission saying that 6 national political parties are public authorities under the RTI. And they have said this order has not been challenged for 2 years, and therefore it is final and there is no problem. But the CIC also says that they cannot get their own decision implemented. So we are sitting in the Supreme Court since 2015. And I think it is tragic that our right to information petition for political parties has been tagged with electoral bond petition. So now Norman Tail over na Radha Naji, the electoral bond petition is not going to be heard as far as it appears. So that's where we are. So I don't know what to do next. Appealing to political parties, I have given up. Thank you.
Okay, before I ask Professor Chhokar to give the concluding remarks, 2 points I want to mention. One is for the friends from the media. all the reports have been released. By that I mean the 3 reports: Tamil Nadu candidates report, Kerala candidates report, and the consolidated report, in which the summary of all the elections which are going on. They have been released. They are available on our MyNeta website and the ADR website. Second thing is we have a SMS campaign. Those of you who wish to, seek some information before you vote, you can even check it out through MyNeta website or on the SMS. You can get the basic details of the candidates through that. And ADR would urge everyone to help and support us. So please donate whenever and if possible to keep up the work which we are engaged in. I would now request Professor Chhokar to kindly give the concluding remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, General Verma, but I think I have said all that that needed to be said, but since this is a concluding remark, let me reiterate to the friends from the media who are attending this press conference that media, my dear friends, has an extremely important role here. And unless the media decides that whether it is good for the media or not, whether it is good for the corporate which is owning that newspaper or that TV station, media has to realize its responsibility, that it is the fourth estate. It has a duty to try and get things right. We, as part of the civil society, we've been in it and we will continue to be in it, I suppose. Judiciary also needs to be, to nudged to do the right thing as we think. But media's role is critical. I mean, if the media were to, let us say, put out these statements made by political parties, why are they giving tickets to criminal candidates? I mean, they should publicize all this. But media, I suppose they have their own whatever compulsions, but I would urge the media friends to take this very seriously, because until we can correct this, stopping criminals from coming into politics, 43% of the Lok Sabha MPs. I think in the next election it will cross 50%. And then they can decide who will be the Prime Minister. So this is a fundamental issue which the media must focus on as much as they can. And I sort of thank all of them for being here. And of course, thanks to our own team, General Verma and Nandini and everybody else. Ujjaini ji, thank you very much. Arif bhai, thank you. And Victor seems to have gone off. Thank you.
வணக்கம், என் பேர் ஆர்ஜே பாலாஜி. வரப்போற எலெக்ஷனுக்கு முன்னாடி ரொம்ப ஒரு முக்கியமான விஷயத்தை பத்தி உங்க கூட பேசணும்னு ஆசைப்பட்டேன். நம்மளோட ஓட்டு விலை மதிப்பில்லாதது. அதனால கண்டிப்பா நம்ம ஓட்டு போடுவோம். ஆனா ஓட்டு போடுறது மட்டும் போருமா? நம்ம நாட்டோட வளர்ச்சிக்கும் முன்னேற்றத்துக்கும் யாரு கரெக்டான வேட்பாளரா இருப்பாங்களோ, யார் அதை முன்னெடுத்து செல்வாங்களோ அவங்களுக்கு தானே ஓட்டு போடணும். அப்படி நம்ம ஓட்டு போடுற கேண்டிடேட் எந்த லஞ்ச ஊழலையும் சிக்காதவரா, கிரிமினல் பேக்ரவுண்ட் இல்லாதவரா, எந்த தப்பும் செய்யாதவரா, ஓட்டு போடுறதுக்கு நம்மளுக்கு பணம் கொடுக்காதவரா, நேர்மையான ஒருத்தரா தான் நம்ம செலக்ட் பண்ணணும். அப்படி யாரா இருக்கா இங்க யாருமே கிடையாது, எல்லாருமே கெட்டவங்க தான் அப்படின்னு நீங்க ஃபீல் பண்ணீங்கன்னா அட்லீஸ்ட் நோட்டோவாது போடுங்க. ஆனா கண்டிப்பா ஓட்டு போடுங்க. ஆழமா சிந்திச்சு செயல்படுங்க. சரியான முடிவெடுங்க. என் வாக்கு என் தமிழ்நாடு, என் வாக்கு என் தேசம்.
ഈ വരുന്ന ഇലക്ഷന് മുമ്പായി ചില പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട കാര്യങ്ങൾ നിങ്ങളോട് പറയാൻ ഞാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നു.
തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും ഈ തെരഞ്ഞെടുപ്പ് നിർണായകമാണെന്ന് പറയേണ്ട കാര്യമില്ലല്ലോ.
വോട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് നിങ്ങളുടെ നിയോജക മണ്ഡലത്തിലുള്ള സ്ഥാനാർത്ഥി ആരൊക്കെയാണ് എന്നുള്ള കാര്യം കൃത്യമായി അതിന്റെ വിശദാംശങ്ങൾ അന്വേഷിച്ച് അറിയുക.
കൈക്കൂലി വാങ്ങുകയും നിങ്ങളുടെ വിലയേറിയ വോട്ടിന് വേണ്ടി വലിയ തുക ചിലവഴിക്കുകയും ചെയ്യുന്ന വ്യക്തികൾക്ക് ഒരിക്കലും വോട്ട് ചെയ്യരുത്.
വോട്ട് ചെയ്യാണ്ട് ഒരിക്കലും നിൽക്കാൻ പാടില്ല. നമ്മളുടെ രാജ്യത്ത് എല്ലാവരും വോട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ് എൻ്റെ ഒരു അഭ്യർത്ഥന.
ഒരു പക്ഷേ നിങ്ങളുടെ സ്ഥാനാർത്ഥികളെ ആരെയും നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇഷ്ടമായില്ലെങ്കിൽ നോട്ട് ആ ബട്ടൺ അമർത്തുക.
എന്റെ വോട്ട്,
എന്റെ കേരളം,
എൻ്റെ വോട്ട്,
എന്റെ രാജ്യം.
সামনে ইলেকশন আসছে,
আর সে ব্যাপারে খুব দরকারি কয়েকটা কথা আপনার সঙ্গে বলার আছে।
সব ভোট দেব,
আমাদের ভোট খুব দামি।
যে ইলেকশন কমিশন প্রচার করার একটা খরচার সীমা রেখেছে 28 লক্ষ টাকা।
আপনার ভোটটা যেন নষ্ট না হয়।
আপনি নিজের ভোটটা কাউকে বিক্রি করবেন না।
যে ক্যান্ডিডেট খুব বেশি খরচা করছে তাকে একদম ভোট দেবেন না।
সবাই খুব ভেবে চিন্তে বিবেচনা করে যাকে পছন্দ তাকে ভোট দেবেন।
আর যদি মনে হয় যে এই লোকের মাঝখানে আপনি খুঁজে পাচ্ছেন না কাকে ভোট দেব,
তাহলে ওখানে একটা বাটন আছে, নোটা, NOTA,
ওইটা টিপে দেবেন, ব্যাস আপনার কাজ শেষ।
আমার ভোট
আমার বাংলা, আমার ভোট
আমার বাংলা,
এটাই আমাদের আসল কথা।